This is the seal of Saturn. And this is from the television show The Test. Saturn. The Test is another one of those afternoon talk shows that exploit people's emotions through the use of DNA tests and lie detector tests. Saturn can easily be equated with Satan, even Saturnalia cults. You can do some research into this. So isn't it interesting that we find this symbolic connection with Satan, with the darkest energy in the universe, here on this talk show that is exploiting people's emotions, getting people excited, getting people angry, having people fight, all of this energy feeding right back into the symbol, feeding right back into Satan, or feeding right back into Saturn. We find another example of this at the Nation of Islam as they walk and pray around the Kaaba, the black box, the cube, Saturn, Satan. Or even here during the 9/11 Ground Zero ritual, creating the all-seeing eye, once again feeding the energy back to the eye. Before I get to the main point of this video, I just want to show you a few more examples. Here's some pretty classic ones right here, and they have to do with the different state seals of Colorado. If you take a look right there at the kind of the top of the seal in the center there, of course you're going to see the all famous Illuminati eye, illuminated from behind, or the sun symbol there. Back to the Freemasons, back to the sun worshippers, also back with a connection with the Illuminati, the illuminated ones. Well, that's not the only one I found in Colorado. They also have the same seal right here for the district attorney. And here again, even the Colorado School of Mines has its own pyramid with a sun symbol right there at the top of the seal. And here they got a little bit creative, the Colorado Court seal. But as you can see right there in the center, once again, it's a huge sun symbol. Of course, just below it is the peak of the mountain. Again, we have the pyramid and the sun. I thought this was interesting as well. It's the United Court of the Pikes Peak Empire at Colorado Springs, Colorado. Their seal was really interesting. No Illuminati pyramids and suns or anything like that, but there at the bottom, there is a sun symbol at the very bottom, just underneath a rainbow bridge. You can look into that yourself. There's a lot of interesting research there with the rainbow bridge. But I thought what was most interesting is, of course, right there in the center we have the crown, and the crown, of course, goes back to the royals, which goes back to the bloodlines, goes back to the Illuminati. I also found the same symbol in a recent movie called The Giver. These were decorations in one of the children's bedrooms. And The Giver is yet another Illuminati movie filled with pyramids, and of course, let's not forget the obvious one-eye symbolism all over the posters for the characters from the movie The Giver. And then we have this. It just doesn't get much more obvious, folks. This was the finale to the Big Brother reality TV show here in America. So knowing what most of us know about symbolism of the so-called Illuminati, the connections back with Egypt, the connections with the beast system, with the Antichrist system, whatever label you want to put on it, but knowing the connections that we know, you've got to take a look at this. I mean, like, right? There it is, folks. And something else I found very interesting, I want you to pay attention here. The contestant has to stand on this plate right here before they begin, and when they finish they actually have to stand back on this plate before they get back on the ground. What's most interesting is this plate. Let's see if you can actually see it. Anyway, if you take a good look at the plate is actually a representation of ISIS. That's right, the plate is actually a representation of ISIS. I've covered this subject in other videos, that a lot of these ancient gods and goddesses, or demons if you will, or armies of darkness, whatever you want to call them, but these things are being summoned back in right now. These things are being summoned back, and ISIS is just one of them. Hey, thanks for watching.